What is up, ladies and germs? How's it going, y'all? It's Sparky Marky Mark here, and I'm back to do a little more review, of course, for the anniversary, of course. But before all that, I'm gonna tell you a little something. As of Saturday, of course, early Saturday morning, we find out that Don Rice, former attorney and the father of Jimmy Rice, has passed on, of course. And as of a month ago, of course, on the 26th, it would have been Jimmy Rice's 35th birthday. And of course, as of Saturday, Don Rice, Jimmy Rice's father, has passed on. He was only 70, of course, if I'm not mistaken. And God rest his soul, rest in peace, Mr. Rice. The only member of the family left is Ted Rice. I said 70. He died at 76, so yeah. Very sad indeed. May he rest his soul, of course. But anyway, for yesterday, on Sunday, the 4th of October, marks the 35th anniversary of the action film Commando, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And of course, for any watch fans, zoom on his left wrist. If you looking at there, that's the Seiko watch he wears in the film, and it got the nickname the Arnie. And coincidence, I'm wearing the Arnie. Seriously, it's a good watch, no lie. But the difference between, if you saw my video for the review of this watch, there's a difference. Little same, but different, because the original one was quartz and the pushers were smaller. These pushers are bigger, and you can unscrew them and press the lights and the buttons, lights and the functions. So, you have this is the director's cut of the film. I have it on the second disc, which is the theatrical version, and here's the director's cut with the scenes in the film. So yeah, and you have a special features, which I believe it's about 10 minutes featurette or something, if I'm not mistaken. What is it? What is it? Oh yeah, it's a 7-minute, 18-second feature called The Making of Commando, pure action featurette. Interviews with director Mark L. Lester, writer Steven D'Souza, and of course Joel Silver is interviewed. And of course, and also you have interviews with Vernon Wells and Raw Dog Chung and Bill Duke, of course. And it's and they tell you the differences. It's a Mark L. Lester says that this film Commando's a quintessential 80s action film. Started the whole trend of action films among, for instance, Predator and Die Hard came out of this genre, of course, and had initial ideas, but not the right movie to make until he met Joel Silver at it was a different writer in the interview, not Joel Silver, but he produced a movie called 48 Hours and would like to do this next film, Commando. They met at a Playboy Mansion party, and they were sitting next to each other in their pajamas, of course, and talks about the idea for the script, and of course, and among other things, and then sort of had the idea, and then suddenly pitched the idea for this action film, and then they had to go meet Arnold, and they had to go meet him because they have to reschedule. No, he's going to town, they got to go meet with him, and they brought in Arnold, and of course Steven D'Souza is going to act out the movie for Schwarzenegger, and they have a good cast and everything. And what he learned and what Mark L. Lester said in the movie business about the business, it's not the script, it's the packaging. The packaging, it's the marketing, of course. And of course the studio demanded a movie, and of course among other things. So, and he gets a phone call from someone saying that they're dying here, they need pictures, they need ideas, no projects, shoot Commando. And yeah, so they started shooting, and it's great and everything. Like, he approaches to make it as pop art and everything. And of course, among other things, you have the heavies of the film, the villains, which of course is led by a General Arias, played by Dan Hedaya. And I have to say, he dressed and played the villain very well, but he had to speak in a certain Hispanic language. Vernon Wells played the villain, who used to be a member of the character Matrix's unit. Yeah, he used to be in the unit until he got kicked out, and then he's been looking for payback. Then, of course, you have another guy, David Petrocelli, who plays Stolly. The famous line in that movie, of course, is, "You're very funny. You're a funny guy, Stolly. I liked you. That's why I'm going to kill you last." It is funny till this very day, of course. And David Petrocelli plays Sully, and who else? And of course, you have the relations between Schwarzenegger and Wells, playing the hero and the villain. And when they have their confrontation in the airport, and then the villain says, "I'll be ready, John." And they've gone away from that world between the hero and the villains, and your villains become wishy-washy types and such. And then talks about all the sequences, not all the sequences, they just say it's very fun, unique, and of course, Raw Chung had a great time making the movie and having Arnold Schwarzenegger kidnap you and such. And really, it is a great film, action film. And first time I saw this movie was back when I was attending middle school, and I wasn't aware of much of it until I noticed that both Bill Duke and Arnold Schwarzenegger 2 years later would later appear in Predator. What a coincidence. And I got big on this movie, and since then I loved it, and since then I love it. And among other things, even until this day, and then when the final fight sequence between the hero and the villain, and then after the scene was done, as Vernon Wells mentioned, that when it was done, as Vernon Wells says, Arnold says to the director, Mark Lester, "Keep him away from me." And it was the start of a very wonderful friendship between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Vernon Wells. They became buds after the film was done. And even till this day, of course, some people come to, fans of the film, would come to either the director, the writer, the producer, executive producer, or any of the people involved in the film, and would say the Commando is their favorite. And it's no lie, this has got serious following, even till this day. So, recommend you should get your copy of this director's cut, or get it on Blu-ray from a different region, because it may say it, but it's all region. Not the DVD, but there's a Blu-ray, of course, with all the scenes, of course. And you have about additional deleted scenes, which is about over 6 minutes. Keep that in mind, that the theatrical version is 90 minutes. Director's cut was about way longer. Of course, no lie there. But all in all, wall-to-wall action fun. So my and this is the poster art. If there was a company that would release it, it would put that poster in this DVD artwork. But all in all, it's what we got. So anyways, this is Sparky Marky Mark. I'm signing off, y'all. In the next vid, I'm going to be putting on horror, since obviously we're in October, but they released an action film in October 35 years ago. But anyway, this is Sparky Marky Mark. I'm going to be posting videos that are horror related, since now we're in the month of spooky. And Arnold Schwarzenegger might have done a horror movie in the late 90s called End of Days. Of course, that may be the only horror movie or suspense movie Arnold did. He never did any horror out of action or comedy. But anyways, this is Sparky Marky Mark. I'm signing off, y'all. See you on the next vid related to spooky and hanging with the Arnie. Signing off, y'all. Later.